Where were you in '74? Tonight at 7:30.
Ellis Campbell, alias Pietro. Anarchist. Kidnapper. Attempted murderer. You want me to offer him immunity?
You heard what I said,
Are you crazy? Immunity to somebody like this?
Oh, come on. The guy's not a hardened criminal.
I don't care what he's not. What he is a fugitive from justice. He's got a lot to answer for.
Well, that's just the point. Maybe he could give us some answers if we offered him immunity. I mean, maybe he knows something about a connection between Eden and the criminals in this town. Come on, Chief. We have to have something tangible to go on. As it stands now, we're just floundering around in this case.
Look, we don't know that there is a connection between the underworld in Monticello and the government of Eden. This is conjecture. This is rumor. There is nothing solid.
I think there is something solid. And if there's any evidence, then we should be digging for it. Especially if it leads to catching Eddie Lorimer. I mean, this could just be the tip of an iceberg. There's a lot more going on here than some punk hood running a junkyard. Has all the earmarks of an international organization.
You sure want to nail Lorimer?
I want him so bad I can taste it, don't you?
Of course I do, and everybody involved in this lousy organization, but I've got to do it within the confines of the law, and I don't have enough legal ammunition.
You've got your ammunition with Pietro. Just give the guy some immunity.
There's three things wrong with this. First of all, we don't know that he has the proof we're looking for. Second of all, I don't know that my car's going to go along with it and offer him the immunity. And thirdly, we don't know where he is to offer him anything.
Judy!
Petra, are you all right?
Yes, I'm glad you came. Yes, I'm all right. In spite of my current diet.
What do you mean?
Jody, did you bring me some food? I'm afraid I'm going to sweeten myself to death.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Gleam, the toothpaste made for adults. It fights cavities and adult bad breath. And by All Temperature Cheer, tough on dirt in today's cooler temperatures.
My nails are wet, Walter.
But my bowling shirt's dirty.
Bowling shirt? At a banquet, Walter?
Well, we're all wearing our shirts one last time.
Okay. You wash, I'll talk you through it. Your shirt says warm.
Huh? It says Big Al's wire and pipe.
No, in here. Push warm.
Don't you need hot?
Not if you use Cheer. All Temperature Cheer cleans great in cooler temperatures.
Don't I need something special?
Cheer is something special. It works in hot, but it's got a formula that cleans in warm and cold, too.
Just so we don't ruin your nails. Wow. Who knew it would get so clean?
I did. It's my Cheer. Can you zip me?
No, but I'll talk you through it.
All Temperature Cheer. Tough on dirt, even in cooler water. All Temperature.
The assault. These are the enemies of the adult mouth. And here's what they leave behind. The food, the film, the bacteria that can cause adult bad breath and cavities. And this is the adult strength toothpaste tough enough to clean up the adult mouth. Gleam. Gleam works three ways. First, Gleam helps strip away food and film with an exclusive cleaning formula. Then Gleam fights mouth odors with 7 breath protectors. And Gleam helps protect against cavities with proven fluoride protection. So eat and drink like an adult, but protect your mouth with Gleam, the adult strength defense that fights the enemies of your mouth.
Welcome to my palace. I'm afraid I can't be very hospitable.
Oh,
I hope this is all right.
Thank you.
And I'm afraid I can't offer you anything but candy, and more candy. Sweets to the sweet.
Well, I never thought I'd turn down candy, but I think I will this time. Thanks. Anyway.
It was kind of you to come. I know it was a lot to ask, but I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I have nowhere else to go.
Petra, I don't know how I can help you. And the reason I'm here is because I figured you needed support and encouragement. That's all I can offer.
I'm not your enemy, you know that.
Yes, of course I know that.
I'm not anyone's enemy, except for those jackals that are ravaging my country.
Okay, besides that, Petra, you can't stay here. I mean, you have to leave. That is, if you're feeling better.
Oh, yes, I'm all right. Everyone has been very kind. I'm lucky, I know that.
How did you get out of the hospital?
Oh, someone who worked there. I can't tell you who. She was very sympathetic to my cause, and she helped me escape. She brought me here to this hiding place. I think her family owns the warehouse. Anyhow, she gave me this clothing and some medication.
Well, that was good. I mean, you certainly do look a lot better than the other day.
Thank you. My only health hazard now is becoming overweight from devouring the merchandise. I used to have a sweet tooth, you know? No more.
I'm sorry I didn't bring you anything to eat. It never occurred to me. In fact, I'm really not sure why I'm here at all.
I know why. It's not because of me. It's because of Marie Bonaventure. You're a decent human being, Jody, and you have respect for what I'm trying to do.
Petra, I'm not sure I know what that is anymore. Look, I am very confused about a lot of things.
I know you are, Jody, but I didn't ask you here to talk about that. I need to ask you about Chad Sutherland.
Well, I have to ask you something first. Would you have really killed Chad? Why don't you answer me? Look, if it has something to do with your father and your brothers being arrested, you have to realize Chad has nothing to do with that. It's not his fault.
You seem to defend him. All right, I'll tell you the truth. I was crazy enough to try to kill Chad because of Eric Sutherland. If I couldn't kill the father, I wanted to kill the son.
Petra, I am trying to understand your anger, but you, of all people, have to realize that killing is not going to solve anything.
I know that. And I'm very lucky that I didn't get to, because he's more useful to me alive. Jody, there's something that you can do for me, something crucial.
What?
Have Chad speak to his father. Find out about my family, to see if they're all right. Use his influence to get my father and my brothers out of prison. Now, Jody, you've done a lot for the cause already. But please, could you just do this for me?
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Gunther. Everything running smoothly this morning?
Yes, sir. Especially the new car. It's a beaut. I just washed it. Looks just like a new penny.
At those prices, it should look like $1 million.
Right. Listen, anything else you want me to do for you, Mr. Whitney?
Yeah, sit down and give me a report on your visit to the theater last night.
Sure.
What did you think of the theater?
Well, I think it's, a real nice theater.
How's the work coming?
Seems to be coming along okay, but...
But what?
Well, Mr. Whitney, I don't think I'm going to like that guy, Jim Diedrichson. You know, he actually asked me to use my muscle in some of the work that's going on there. I mean, that's some nerve, huh? Yeah, he's got a smart mouth, too.
I've noticed.
Just throws his weight around. Real pushy, you know?
I'm not so sure of Diedrichson myself. One thing I am sure of, though, Valerie Bryson thinks he's rather remarkable.
Well, sometimes there's no accounting for taste, is there? Would you like me to convince her otherwise?
How would you go about doing that?
Well, I don't know. But I can be pretty persuasive.
Forget it, Gunther. You and Bruno both were always a little too impulsive. No, I think Miss Bryson will tire of Mr. Diedrichson in time without any outside help.
I just wanted to be of service to you, Mr. Whitney. You know that. Would you like for me to keep an eye on the guy, just to protect your interests?
Do that, Gunther, but leave the brain work to me.
You bet.
Who else was at the theater last night? Anyone I should know about for future reference?
Yeah, this zany dame. Well, old enough to be Diedrichson's mother. Real la-di-da type. I'll find out more about her. Oh, yeah, this lousy guitar player with a young chick. Cute. Petite and cute.
I see your taste in women hasn't changed, Gunther. You and Bruno both always liked them young and cute. Unfortunately, you always seem to like the same one at the same time.
Yes, sir. Did seem to be a problem with us.
Tell me, Gunther, did you and Bruno ever fight over Nora?
Fortunately, Nora never met Bruno.
That's lucky. Where is our housekeeper this morning?
Oh, she's out in the kitchen helping the new cook. Wants to keep everything very smooth.
Where did you find that cook, by the way?
At the employment agency. Supposed to have very good references. I think she worked here once. Big dinner party.
Did Raven and her husband give many parties?
A few, I think. Very elegant, I was told.
That's what I should do. I should give a party. A very elegant party. Show people how it should be done. And show Monticello society that there have been some changes in the Whitney mansion. There's a new lord of the manor house now, who may look like the old one, but who is very, very different. Tell Nora she has a special assignment today. To make a list of names of all the people we think should attend. The most important and influential people in town. But in particularly, I want those people who didn't believe me when I first came back. I want them to see how wrong they really were and rub their noses in it just a little. What a satisfying thought.
So is that about all there is?
Yeah, that's about it. Listen, Calvin called in this morning. He's not feeling too well.
Yeah, so I heard. In fact, I was just going to go up and check on him now.
Oh, good. Good idea. Tell him I hope he feels better. I need him.
I sure will.
Ah! Working too hard, I knew it. Hi, Damien. All right, I'm taking you to lunch. No arguments.
They'll never see me again, Rags. I'll go far away. These granimals are for job interviews. All these shirts go with those pants. That's how granimals work. See? Just match tags. Mom bought all this for me. She said granimals are worth it. And so am I.
Tommy.
For girls and boys, toddlers to teens, Garanimals.
I'm a 34C. I'm a 34C.
So am I.
Bally knows even if they wear the same size bra, every woman has a different shape. So Bally has a unique custom fit system. Bras to fit your special shape, not just your size. To flatter you and make you
Pretty. Only Bally has it, so Bally bras.
Fit your shape.
Not just your size. Bally.
The Gourmet's Penicillin chicken soup. Prepared right out of the can with my own little hands. Guaranteed to make you cheerful and energetic. One bowl of this and you'll be tap dancing out that door.
Look, I appreciate all the trouble, Gavin, but I don't think I could hold anything down right now.
Come on, man. You haven't eaten since yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Maybe later, okay?
All right. All right. Let's have it.
What?
Give. Speak. Talk.
Look, I can't right now, right?
You cops are really something. You know that? You insist that everybody else talk, but when it comes to your own big confession scene, I can't get a word
Yeah, well,
out
I'm
of
sorry,
you.
but, look, I know you're just trying to help it.
What happened here last night? Why did Star arrive one minute and then leave the next? What's it all about, Alfie? Come on, you gotta talk about it.
Look, why don't we just say that she forgot something in New York, okay?
Well, it's gotta be something more important than her
Yeah.
toothbrush.
Yeah. I'd say it was more important than that.
All right, look, when you're ready to spill it, I'm always here for you. You know that.
Yeah, thanks.
Listen, I'm off to El Banco. I'm going to go cash my final check from that directing job, and then I'm going to go over and see if Jodi's okay. Do you know that she insisted on sitting for that portrait again this morning, despite all the trouble she had last time?
You know, it doesn't sound too smart, you know, especially with that, radical nut still on the loose.
Well, I didn't approve of it, but you know women.
You want to bet?
On that cryptic note, I'm going. Hey, Damien.
Hey, Gavin, how you doing? How's it going in here?
Well, you're gonna find it going a little heavy. Maybe you can straighten him out. And if you're hungry, there's plenty of chicken soup.
What? You look like hell.
Thanks.
Well, so how you feeling?
Like hell.
Uh-huh. Because it went something like this. The reunion went sour. You and Star quarreled, and she walked out the door, right?
Well, since you seem to know everything that happened, it's not necessary for me to open my face, is it?
I'm sorry, Kelvin. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. I'll just go.
Sit down, Tyler. Look, I don't mean to seem distant or strange with you or Gavin. It's just that Star told me something. And I want you to just promise me that you'll keep it to yourself.
You know I will.
The baby is not mine.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
It's not mine, man. You know, it hit me like a hammer. I haven't been able to eat or sleep or do anything since I found out here I am. Falling in love with Dee Dee, and she is off in New York. Falling in love with her director.
Well, this is some mess. So, she's gone to New York and to be with him.
Yeah, what else could she do?
Calvin, I know this is a real shock to you, but you know, in a way, it could be a solution.
I wish I thought so.
Mother Ferguson, you're softening clothes in the wrong machine.
Sue, dear, I've used liquids in the washer for years.
But we use Bounce in the dryer.
These clothes are soft, dear.
Try Bounce's softness.
Soft. But this gets out static cling. Usually.
Bounce controls cling better because it works in the dryer where static starts.
But things smell nice.
But not like this.
That's fresh.
And the freshness lasts longer because Bounce doesn't get rinsed away. No liquid or sheet has this terrific scent.
You're right, dear. I used the wrong machine and the wrong softener.
Did you say I'm right?
For once.
Bounce, the right softener for the right machine.
Oh, she's so cute. Let me give her a squeeze.
That reminds me. Mr. Whipple, you've changed.
Oh?
You don't say, please don't squeeze the Charmin anymore.
Well, I stopped because no one ever listened to me. It wasn't all bad. That squeezing got you to try Charmin. The softness keeps you coming back for more. How soft is Charmin? Watch. Drop a fragile egg. But on Charmin, it won't break, because Charmin's so cushiony, so squeezably soft. And that's the whole idea behind Charmin. The squeezing gets you, the softness keeps you.
All right, Derek, I'm going to be the hostess. I told you I wanted to take you out to lunch, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Really, Raven?
Don't go getting old-fashioned on me now. It's perfectly acceptable for a woman to take a man out these days.
That is not why I feel awkward. It's seeing you 2 days in a row, especially after everything that's occurred since,
Since we've been such close friends.
Friends.
That's exactly why I pulled you out of the office, because we have been such close friends and because of everything that's happened.
I assume you're going to explain that.
Look, last time we were together, we talked about Jinx the whole time, and I told you that I forgive her for everything. Now I want to talk about Sky. No, I think it's important that you know about Sky and me, or I should say the man I thought was Sky.
I really don't think it's any of my business.
I want to tell you, look, I know it's impossible for you to forgive me. After all, I did sort of dump you to marry him.
Raven, I forgave you for that maybe a century ago, and I certainly haven't thought of it for months.
You haven't? Not just a little tiny
Not
bit?
even just a little tiny bit.
Well, I know you hurt then. Yeah, we would both like oysters on the half shell and a couple glasses of wine, and we'll order later.
I guess we would.
Certainly, madam.
Anyway, how could I help it? I mean, Skylar Whitney was so dynamic and so charismatic with his personality, and he just knocked me right off my feet. And he used to give me presents all the time and call me a dozen times a day.
It's funny how I remembered you were chasing after him.
No, that's not true. I couldn't do anything else but say yes to his proposal.
Right after you'd said yes to my proposal?
Oh, Derek, I felt so bad about that. I really did, and I'm really sorry. I admit it. I was wrong.
This is all fascinating.
No, I admit it. I made a big mistake with Skylar Whitney.
I guess you did. You married Jefferson Brown.
Yes, that's right, and I took everything that he said and did at face value. Like, if he said that the moon was made of blue cheese, I would have believed him. And I don't understand that either, because usually I'm such a good judge of character.
I'm sure you are.
I am, but not this time. I was just totally taken in by the deception. I was like gullible, you know, a classic case.
So when did you finally realize that you'd been hoodwinked?
Well, I had sort of inklings, you know. It came in bits and pieces, and then eventually I played detective and found out the truth. Isn't that incredible?
Incredible.
Really. And then I confronted him with the whole thing, and he confessed.
Then you acquiesced all over his suit.
Well, what else could I do? I was his wife. I mean, really, my sense of integrity wouldn't have allowed me to be anything but loyal and faithful.
Yes.
Really, Derek, if you had told me that you weren't the chief of police, but you were really a hardened criminal, I would have stuck by you. It's true. I'm serious. I would have. After all, I've always admired you. And you want to know something? If things had been a little different, I think we would have been real good together.
Hello.
Hi, Jody. I certainly didn't expect to see you here. I didn't think you'd feel like sitting this morning.
No, I don't really. I'd like to talk to you.
Well, then please, sit.
Thank you. I really don't know where to begin.
Anywhere will do.
Okay. I'd like to talk to you about the forbidden topic.
You mean about Eden and my father?
Right. I'm sorry. I know you'd rather not discuss it.
No, it's all right. Ask me anything you like. I promise to answer it freely.
Okay, well then I'll start out by asking you about somebody else's father. Pietro's. I'd like to know about his father and his brothers who were arrested and thrown into that Eden jail.
Jody, I told you I know nothing about that. I've no control whatever of what goes on over there.
Well, certainly you must be in touch with your country, your family. You are in touch with the ambassador. Gavin and I saw you at the consulate.
I thought you understood. That was a ceremonial dinner, and I couldn't avoid it, even though I wanted to. Ambassador Groves was insistent on having a heart-to-heart talk with me, acting in place of my father. He tried to persuade me to give up my bohemian...
Chad, I'm going to ask you this directly. Can you have Pietro's family released?
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
All right, well then, can you at least find out why they were arrested and if they're okay?
I tell you, I'm really sorry, but I can't help you.
Why not? Why not? You're the president's son. You're the Prince Regent.
Jody, there's no such person. It's nothing but an empty title. But I'll do what I can. I'm not making any promises.
Oh, Chad, thank you.
Katie, you okay?
Lucky I finished cleaning before the lights went out.
I can tell. My house never smelled so clean before.
That's the Pine Sol signal. That fresh scent says more than clean.
How come?
Because Pine Sol Cleaner Disinfectant cuts through grease, kills household germs and odors, and leaves a fresh scent.
That says more than clean, even with the lights out.
The Pine Sol signal tells the world your house is more than clean.
Judy Seiler, management analyst, condition tension headache.
I have a pressure in my head, in the inside of my head, so I'd like to have an aspirin.
Today, we'd like you to try extra-strength Tylenol. It works without aspirin.
I'm willing to take it and try it.
Compare the levels of medicine in the leading pain relievers. You get more with extra-strength Tylenol.
All the pain is gone. I feel great, and this extra-strength Tylenol has worked for me.
Extra-strength Tylenol. You can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
On Ryan's Home, a welcome home party is thrown for Amanda. And when Patrick shows interest in the hostess, Kim pulls out all the stops to steal the spotlight. Ryan's Home.
Gavin, come on in. How are you? Okay, but I didn't expect such a hearty welcome. Well, why not? I mean, after all, I have to thank you for the other day. Grabbing that guy the way you did, you saved my neck. Forget it. I'm, looking for Jody. She was just here. You missed her by only a minute. Where'd she go? Oh, she didn't say. Did you, get to work on your portrait at all this morning? Not really. Jody didn't feel like sitting for me. Well, I guess when you finally do finish it, it'll be worth quite a bit more since it's being painted by a prince. Even you can't make me mad today. I didn't intend to. Listen, I'm going over to Sid's. Can you, tell Jody if she stops by? Sure. Thank you. Jody! You're back so soon. What do you have in this little brown bag?
Cheeseburger and French fries, nothing sweet.
The answer to a prayer. You're an angel. Pickles. Thank you.
Okay, I talked to Chad, and he said he's going to try and find out about your father and your brothers. Perhaps he can use his influence.
I told you could work miracles. Just like Marie Bonaventure.
Stop it. I'm not her. And I can't do anything, and I cannot do anything in Eden. This is my country, and I'm staying right here.
Jody, wait. I've just had an idea. There's something very important you can do. Right here.
Here she is, the famous Inspector 12. She makes sure that Hanes men's and boys' t-shirts and briefs are as good as we say they are. Inspector 12. She pokes, she stretches, and that's just the beginning. Once again, Hanes t-shirts and briefs pass the lasting quality test.
They don't say Hanes until I say they say Hanes.
Now on sale, men's and boys' all cotton underwear and boxers.
I want to show you something really terrific. My new glasses. But they're not just sitting here on my nose looking sexy. They're changing as the light changes. Because they've got photo brown extra lenses from Corning. So they're not just great-looking eyeglasses. They're great-looking sunglasses, too. They're so beautiful, you'll never want to take them off. And the nice thing is, you won't have to.
Ask your eye care professional for Corning lenses that change in brown and gray.
Tomorrow, it takes a tough street gang to help the police stop violence on the streets in The Renegades, an ABC movie special. Then the hostility between Crystal and Alexis finally explodes into all-out war on Dynasty. Tomorrow on ABC.